In this quick video, I'm going to show you a walkthrough of how I use VoicePal to write my weekly email newsletter, which I send to an audience of several 100,000 people. If we haven't met before, then hello, my name is Ali. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur and YouTuber and writer, and the co-founder of VoicePal, the ghostwriter in your pocket. And firstly, a huge thank you from me and the VoicePal team for you downloading VoicePal and hopefully giving it a go. Let's dive into the process of creating this newsletter. Okay, so when you open up VoicePal and you hit the little plus icon for a new thought, you'll have the option to either type it or to record straight away. Now, typing is really good for capturing an idea on the go when you don't have time to fully elaborate on it in the moment. But if you've got time and you know what you want to talk about anyway, you can just go directly for the record button. In this case, I've captured the idea by typing it out initially, this idea of a pendulum being part of learning how to walk. This idea now features as one of my streams, and whenever I want, I can click into it and then I can elaborate on that idea. You'll see that almost straight away, VoicePal has figured out what you're trying to talk about based on the title of the thing, and it's asking sensible questions like, what specific experiences or stories do you have related to the concept of learning through failing? In this case, I'm not going to use any of them as my starting off point. I'm just going to hit the little mic icon to start recording. And then I record for about 10 minutes through my AirPods while I'm on a walk. Interestingly, did you know 10 minutes is about 1,000 steps? So while recording this, I got about 1,000 steps in. It'll take a few seconds for the audio to upload and do the transcription and the cleaning up and the whole shebang behind the scenes. And then you'll see that VoicePal gives me a cleaned up version of what I've said. It cuts out the ums and the ahs and the rambliness and the thing, and it sort of gives me a very clear sense of what I actually just said. Now, this is already pretty solid, but VoicePal is going to ask me sensible follow-up questions. And so in this case, I'm going to click on this question. Can you share a personal story where you experienced pendulation in your own life? So I clicked on that question, it starts recording, and then again, I continue on my walk as I'm answering this particular question. I record for about 5 minutes, which is about 500 steps, with some rambling, flowing ideas about this concept. And again, then VoicePal uploads, transcribes, does the magic, and it adds what I've just said to my stream for this particular idea. At this point, I could choose to keep adding thoughts to the stream. I can choose to go into one of the streams and get my completely raw transcript with all of the rambles and everything. If I wanted to, I could copy and paste that into my own editing software or whatever. But in this case, I've decided to export a first draft using VoicePal itself. So I've clicked the draft button and I've clicked on a custom preset that I've made called Life Notes, which is the title of my weekly email newsletter. And you can make these presets in the settings. Essentially, you just create a new preset, you give it a few examples of your writing in that style, and then it'll figure out what kind of writing style to create that preset for you. And of course, you can do this for like emails or journals or book chapters or Twitter threads or LinkedIn posts or YouTube videos or whatever you want. And now we have got a first draft, Life Notes, embracing the pendulum of life. Hey friends, this week I wanted to dive into a concept that has been on my mind since attending an off-the-grid retreat in California hosted by Joe Hudson and the Art of Accomplishment team. It was a transformative experience and I'm eager to share some insights with you. And this is a pretty good first draft, but if I want, I can hit the reformat button. And here I'm asking VoicePal to reduce the number of subheadings and make the whole thing a little bit longer. And boom, I now get a reformatted version, which I can then copy and paste from VoicePal into Notion or whatever app I'm using to edit it, make a few minor edits, and now I've got an email newsletter that's been sent to 300,000 people. This is the basic nuts and bolts of how you use VoicePal. I've been using it for absolutely everything from email newsletters to YouTube videos that are seen by millions of people, to landing pages for my courses, even segments of book chapters. It's just so much easier to create this sort of stuff when you're hitting record and you're just talking through things rather than sitting at a desk and sort of typing away and then getting writer's block and the whole shebang. So that was a quick overview of VoicePal. I hope you enjoy using the app. Please do send us feedback. We are constantly working on the app, trying to improve it. Really, the goal is to make this the ultimate creative companion for you for whatever you want to create. VoicePal is going to be the ghostwriter in your pocket that will help you do it in a nicer, more sustainable, more enjoyable way, and will also help you get some steps in while you're doing your writing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy playing around with VoicePal. Bye-bye.